The IPL 2022 has come to an end at last, but I still feel like there's so much that we can dissect, discuss, and talk about. So, hello everyone, I'm Shane Dice and I'm back with you guys for a special post IPL news wrap session. And oh man, do we have some interesting things to catch up with and talk about. Obviously, after Gujarat Titans ended up winning the title, becoming only the second debut team to win it in their first season. Well, there's a lot of talk, of course, understandably so, on Hardik Pandya, and the man took to Twitter himself to give a shout out to not just the fans as well, but also the team management in general for backing them as well as they have and giving them everything that they've asked for. Of course, the Gujarat Titans ended up scripting a fairy tale debut season, making their debut this year, being one of two new franchises, making it to the final, first time of asking, and then winning what was in the end a very comfortable final by their standards. And well, what a season it has been for them. So you can understand why it is that Hardik, who bear in mind was a first time skipper in the IPL this time around, would be so happy that his team under his leadership ended up winning the trophy and also ended up giving him what was a fifth IPL title. Remember, he's won 4 of them with MI. But it's also important to note that there was other people involved, not just I'm talking about the players, but also head coach Ashish Nehra. Now, Nehra himself ended up becoming a bit of an interesting, scripting an interesting bit of history in the IPL. Why? Because he's the first Indian coach to have lifted that trophy. Yes, amazingly so, in previous editions, every single team that has gone on to win the tournament has had, in many ways, a foreign coach. So, big props to Nehra ji, because it was not just Hardik's leadership on the field, but many feel that his leadership in that dugout that was instrumental to the way Gujarat have played this year. And I'm sure that Gujarat fans will rest easy knowing that he is sitting in the dugout whilst Hardik is leading the team on the field. But of course, I can't possibly step away without talking about the finalists, the Rajasthan Royals, or the runners-up. Well, they might have finished second, but I think it's safe to say that they won many hearts this year for the kind of cricket that they played, and there were many neutrals who doubtless would have been cheering them on, hoping that the team in pink would do it for Warnie, that is Shane Warne, who, as we know, passed away earlier this year and is still the only man to have led the Royals, both as a coach and captain in the same season, to the IPL title. Now, obviously, the Rajasthan Royals, being the Rajasthan Royals, they had to be signing off from this season in their own usual witty way on social media, and that is exactly what they did, because they posted this nice little meme from a film, and well, I don't need to tell you what exactly that means. Again, full marks to them for their social media game, 10 out of 10, but also full marks must go to the man whose efforts were arguably more key than ever in terms of dragging them to that final to begin with, and that is of course Jos the Boss, i.e. Jos Buttler. The Englishman had a fantastic season. In fact, he broke multiple records and equaled some notable ones as well. He became only the second player after Virat Kohli to score 400s in a single season, and he's now the second. He's the person in the second on the list when it comes to the most number of runs in a single edition of the IPL. He surpassed David Warner's record, although Kohli's record of 900 plus runs remains untouched, but no one can take anything away from just how good Jos was this season. In fact, that was something that even the IPL agreed with, because in the season end awards, he ended up scooping 6 awards, and that includes the Orange Cap and of course the team MVP. He also won the Power Player. He also won the Game Changer award, as well as winning the awards for hitting the most 4s as well as the most 6s. It is tantalizing to think what could have been if he had a slightly better game in the final. Maybe, just maybe, Rajasthan Royals would have been the ones winning the title. Alas, it wasn't meant to be, but it still takes nothing away from the kind of season that Buttler has had, that he in many ways almost single-handedly alongside the likes of Yuzi Chahal dragged that team to where they were, and their individual performances were so good that Rajasthan actually ended up making it to their second final. Doubtless, I don't know about you guys, but I would be very interested to see how this translates or what this does for him in the international arena as well as in subsequent IPL seasons, because this season Jos the Boss has been an absolute treat to watch. And with that, I bring to an end this latest edition of our little news wrap and catching up on all the latest happenings that are IPL related. If you've been joining me throughout this season, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. But don't forget to shower us with some more love and like this video. Leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget also to share it with your friends. We at Sports Today are of course not done. There is a lot of sport to be happening later this year, starting with of course the bilateral series between India and South Africa. We're going to be there for that as well as for everything else that is going to be happening. So as always, don't forget to join us at Sports Today. I am Shane Dias and I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.